Greetings gamers, welcome to part number 31 of my Let's Play Fire Emblem 4 Genealogy of the Holy War, and in today's episode I have the rest of Chapter 4 to deal with. We have Lamia's crew, as well as Pamela's crew, who's quite a bit off track for reaching me in time. I totally forgot about this. I thought that Pamela's crew just continued to harass Thove. But that's okay. I'm actually more than happy with this little factor here. I'm going to go ahead and fortify up the group, as well as move some units out of the way, particularly. I'm going to dance for you. And then I gotta make sure that she stays within range of Claude. Claude is gonna have 5 movement plus 1 because of the rogue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I can put her here. Oh, he had a little bit more movement than that. That's nice. I do want to pair as much as possible, so that's important. I do have to be kind of careful. I don't want Sigurd and friends to be attacked by every one of these guys, these ladies. But I do think it's pertinent to put Sigurd in range of at least a few. Of course, with the Brave Sword. Azal is going to probably not do anything right at this moment. I want to put him here. And then Madir can go here. Yeah, I'm not going... Oh, yeah, I forgot they're already paired. These two aren't paired, and I still have several other units that need pairing, unfortunately. Oh, Alec and Aaron are paired. Nice. Let's see. Lewin and Tiltu, Dew and Bridget, and then Sylvia and Claude are the last bit of pairing I need to do. Yeah, so as you can see, after this turn, what's going to be kind of funny is that I'm pretty much going to mop up this crew here. It's kind of a little bit of a joke. Then I have, of course, Lewin and Tiltu, which are slowly making their way over there. I don't foresee that Lewin is going to get there in time to be relatively useful, but if I really wanted, I could speed it up. Rescue. Oh, you're here to save me? Thank you so much. So much. And proverbially, that's going to be one of the last levels Dew gets. I actually think for Dew right now, because he's a level 12 thief, which is not that bad. I don't think he's going to pass through the arena by any stretch of the means. But I do think that it would be remotely possible to get him through some of it if I were to send him back right now. The issue is that I still need these two to pair, so they're just going to stay next to each other the whole time. I'm not going to put him into the castle until basically the last turn of this chapter. And I think that's going to be it for me. As I said before, my turns are going to be kind of relatively... As I get closer to the end of this particular generation, I'm going to be using less and less units, which sounds kind of silly, right? You're getting more units, why not use more? But the only reason why I don't low man the start of this game is just because it's not very easy with the units you have, the weapons they have, the utility they have, and then, for instance, the positioning, so on and so forth. Some of the strategies only work with certain units. Stuff like that needs to be taken into account. But in my humble opinion, though you have 25 units in both gens, so this game has a total of 50 usable units, I would say that your best bet is actually to use... Ooh, attacking Rakusis. Your best bet is actually to use like 10 or less. That's pretty much my goal that I try to reach with every Fire Emblem, is 10 or less units. And I kind of structure it in such a way where Dancer is one of them, and then I have like 3 healer or staff utility units, main, and then the rest of them are combat. Some Fire Emblems work a little bit differently than that, and need more staff or less combat, but either way, I try to structure it that way. Ha! What a clumsy mistake trying to fight me. Lamia, I unfortunately don't think you are going to pose much of a threat to Sigurd, though she did hit. No, how? Well, because Sigurd is a hardened man, a war veteran. That's how. Okay, so Sigurd actually has max strength right now, which is kind of insane. Cap strength, he's got decent stats. I wouldn't say his speed is great. I would like his speed to be higher. His resistance pretty much never gets higher than what it is. Magic never goes anywhere. His defense is actually pretty insane. I would say that this is one of the better Sigurds I've had in quite a while. His HP is a little bit low, though. I've had Sigurds with quite a bit more HP than this. Well, I shouldn't say quite a bit. Maybe like upper 60s. Because that is the thing with Sigurd, is you can get lucky and get 2 HP levels, 2 HP points per level. Not likely, but it is possible. And then yeah, these 2 are not going to be much use for the rest of this fight, so I'm just going to move them back. Again, I have to make sure that they're still in pairing range. And you have to be careful, because you'll think that they can pair, or they're already paired just because Duke can give gold. Duke can give everybody gold. Lex is just kind of wasting time there. But it's okay, he's level 30. Usually I have him fully promoted and leveled to the max at this point, so it's kind of not unusual at all. Slim Sword. Wow. Even with his statistic buffs, he's still not really that great, is he? Alright. I'm going to then attack with the Brave Lance. Alright, 15 damage times 2. You could learn something, Alec. Learn a thing or 2. Or more. I have... Okay, so he can KO here. That's nice. With my particular units in this little section, I'm just really worried about the KOs on the weapons. So the Brave Bow is at 14, which is actually kind of not great. The Brave Lance is at 40, which is super good. It's likely going to have crit before the next generation begins. I cannot wait till Erin can promote. She's very close. Very close. I'm very excited for that. The Brave Sword is actually pretty high up there as well. It's unfortunate about the Brave Bow, but I do have a way that I could potentially get a few more KOs with the Brave Bow. Just have to make sure that some of these units are within 2 range of him, and I'll leave him like that. I think what I'll do here... a clean KO. Yeah, Sigurd is kind of overpowered for this section of the game, so there is that. So he's doing 28 times 2. That's pretty exceptional, especially granted that they are using Thunder. There's just no way, well, L Thunder, I should say. There's just no way that they would pose a serious threat to Azo. I say that, and then one of them hits. Kind of abysmal. It's okay, though. I think I'll fortify. Again, blowing the fortify seems like a little bit of a waste here, especially because I think Azel was the only one who was damaged. Sigurd also, maybe? Doesn't matter though, because it's really just for experience points. Mr. Claude here is not great. He's not going anywhere really. Alright, dance. And then the rest of these units are gone. I would say the most threatening units are the Sleep Edge users, but I have 2 range for that. In fact, Midir and Azel are probably going to be able to KO both of them. I'm going to take out the L Thunder with Sigurd. Very nice, very nice. This is working out pretty smooth, I would say. Okay, Sigurd should not be within any of their ranges at max distance, as I thought. And Brave Bow. This is going to take 3 shots, but it's okay. The Sleep Edge still weighs 12. It is an abysmal weight sword, which makes sense, right? For the sake of balance, it makes a lot of sense, because this weapon is actually kind of really powerful. When you get the effect off, I don't think you get a sleep edge in this game, however, for your own particular use. Not that you would really want to use one, though. Okay, I'm gonna... Ooh, a crit? That's not at all what I was wanting there. I think she's gonna double. Oh no, she didn't. That's perfect. Actually perfect. Yeah, so what you saw there was a Lover critical. I think it is the first one that I have allowed, because I think Quan and Eflin did at one point. So how that particularly works, and I think I've explained it to some degree, is that it's basically like if you have your lovers adjacent, it is skill plus 20% chance. So she had a 41% chance right now to just crit. So technically you can have killer weapons on all of your units if you position right, but they have to be paired as well. So very nice. And though the animation is a little bit longer, I would say that it's perfectly fine. And of course the Brave Lance to finish you off, which is perfect. And a KO yields her just 1 speed. She is very close to level though, or promotion. Militia Arden, Ira Jamka, blah blah blah. Everybody has been moved. It is time to go. Over the next couple of phases, this is actually going to be kind of interesting. I might have to move a little bit back, just a little bit, so that Midir can take out as many of these Pegasus as he possibly can, because I really think that he is just a great candidate for this. And because of the positioning that they have right now, this is actually kind of exceptionally good. The only problem is Pamela. So Pamela does have a Silver Lance. I don't think she's going to be a real threat. So yeah, what I'm going to do is put Midir right here. I'm going to put Sigurd right behind. Rakessis over here, so she can assist with her charm. And then everybody else is just going to wait here. So realistically, it is actually very possible for Teal 2 and Lewin to do something here. I misspoke, you could say. I'm still not going to have them do anything because there's just literally no point. They're not necessary for the combat over here. I think my units are more than capable of dealing with everything. Now, see, the funny part about it is, though, is I only brought Ideen for the sake of potentially restoring, and that's not even a necessary thing there. So what I could do is any unit that needs to go back for, let's see, Aaron? Yeah, Aaron could go back and potentially get the final arena cleared. In that case, Ideen would be pretty good because she would likely be the best candidate for sending people back. Rekessis really doesn't need any more experience. She is at 26, and you know that she still has 4 levels to go, but she's 1 point away from capping strength. And though she's only a few points away from capping skill, speed, and defense, which all cap at 27, she's not getting there. Even if all 4 of them, she got a stat for every last one of them over the next 4 levels, I'm not really concerned about that. I think Rekessis is more than a good unit at this current time. In fact, she's my best unit in my team. I would say Sigurd is better combatively, sure, because he has the Brave Sword, but if I were to give her the Brave Sword, she would instantly turn into a monster better than Sigurd, because she would also have, like, the qualities of being able to use stuff like the Brave Bow. With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and end my turn, because Pamela's crew is now going to come after Sigurd and friends. 3 of them are going to just self-destruct on good old Midir. This is going to be wonderful. It's kind of crazy to me that they even bother doing this. I'm pretty sure he one-shots them all except for Pamela, even if they're at full health. I'm pretty sure at this moment, because he's going to get a crit. They don't have great defense, so on and so forth. Very nice. Oh, it's not quite a one-shot. Very close, though. The experience points is kind of a bit sad, but the KOs are where it's at. He's going to be able to get 2 more this coming player phase. I think that's probably going to be it, though. The problem with giving him more than that is that I would have to turtle a bit more as well. I could probably do it, though, because the problem is that also a couple of them are a little bit too far out of the way. Be gone, weakling! She proceeds to miss. I don't think she has Nihil, but she also doesn't have Miracle. I was for some reason thinking she had Miracle. I'm gonna go ahead and attack Pamela. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he was quadding there. Impossible. If you have a bow, nothing's impossible when it comes to defeating you, folks. So, unfortunately. Sigurd can take out another. Get him 1 step closer to crit. Once Sigurd has crit on this particular assortment of weaponry, he's just kind of a little bit of a monster himself. Alright, these 2, so I could put Midir right here. Problem, again, these units are kind of a little bit of a problem. I probably should have positioned a little bit further upward. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that. A little bit of a reset here, just for the sake of positioning. Okay, this should be much better for my particular strategy. 18 times 4 here. She is KOing with 3 hits, which is nice. So what I'm going to do, as a little bit of a point, Midir has to go where Sigurd's sitting. I'm going to KO both of these 2. That's actually not going to be that possible because Erin's not going to have enough movement out of the way. 3, and then she's going to be able to move 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, she's going to be within range of the opponents. I don't particularly want that. I almost... I don't know. So I have an idea here, but the only problem is it means that Sylvia has to be returned to the castle if my idea is to go through. So what I'm thinking is I attack with Azel and move back as far as I possibly can, either here or here. If he can move here after attacking, then everything's free and clear. I don't think he's going to be able to. I think it's going to be only basically here. But if he can move here, then this plan is of zero note. But if he can move here, then I could dance for these three. The only problem with that, though, is Sigurd's in the way. So, again, this is a positioning issue. All right. Very nice dodge, Azel. Still frail as ever. Ooh, he can move back. It's hard to calculate those kinds of movements because there's road and then there's not road. In some places he can move. So that's actually pretty darn great. What this means is that I'm going to be able to get this other KO with Midir. I hope. And then move him back just far enough that he should be out of the way. And dance for you four. And of course, I have to continue the pairings. And... perfect. Yeah, he's so close to being able to just one-shot these Pegasi. Yeah, I was very much afraid of this. So what this means is that the 1 will get him. I guess it's fine, though. Honestly, I guess it's fine. So Sigurd's going to wait right here. Rakusis is going to wait right here. The rest of my units are going to get out of the way. Ideen is pretty much of no consequence here, because nobody needs... well, actually, Aaron needs healing. Aaron needs healing. So I guess that wasn't such a bad thing. And then continuing with Do. Do and Bridget can now just sit and wait. End of my turn. I actually really enjoy some of the more interesting strategies that you can partake in with this particular game. All right, but dear, take her out. There's just 2 left. 2 left. I'm going to get both of them next turn, with Midir, in fact. As he definitely needs the weapon KOs more than pretty much anybody else. Though, I will say, like I said before, he can definitely get them on the... why did she attack him at 2 range? Sometimes these enemies are just absolute fools. That's okay, though. That's okay, though, because it benefits me. Now, I only have 4 more uses of the Brave Bow. Nice. Yeah, he wasn't able to beat the arena because I'm almost certain that the arena fight is just way too strong. 23. That's a big improvement, Next chapter, I think I'm going to be able to give him maybe like 10 to 15 more. Maybe a little bit more than that, but so he should be very close to critical. I don't need critical on these weapons in the first generation. It's just a very good thing to get if you can. And Physic. you. Perfect. All right. The rest of my units are ready to get into position. Sigurd. Hazel. Aaron. And I will dance for all 4 of them. I do believe this chapter is coming to a swift close here, though, which is nice. I just have Zaxxon and his fiendish foes here. Alright, I was going to say, I'm really hoping no Pavis here. And of course, one of them gets a Pavis immediately. And then gets another Pavis immediately. Gosh, that's so annoying. I actually like Pavis as a skill. The problem is that liking it in practice is a whole different thing than liking it in gameplay. So, I guess I have to Brave Sword you. Wouldn't mind if he got a couple of Pavises, but he's not going to. Oh, he got one. I'm going to go ahead and give that to Aaron. Very nice. The Zaxxon General is gone. 2 left to go, and then the boss. I should be able to do that literally next turn. And I want to say I'm making pretty good time. Only 31 turns. Bridget, all of them are done. Okay, so now that it is Zaxxon's last little leg here, I do have a couple of units that I could send back. The throne of Silesse is mine, and mine alone. It is my birthright. Stand aside, loathsome gnats. Yeah, he's attacking with Blizzard. I didn't foresee that doing a lot of damage. It's unfortunate because the Barons, especially in Gen 1, do not have much magic to speak of, so magical attacks coming from them are not really that threatening. Even something as powerful, seemingly powerful as Blizzard, or not Blizzard, as seemingly powerful as Tornado, 20 might, you would almost say, well, he's doing 29 magical damage. Most units in this particular gen, even if they don't have any resistance, have a ton of HP, so it doesn't really matter. Grand scheme of things. Alright. Are you going to proc Pavis? No. Very nice. So that's just a clean KO. Yeah, so I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson concerning the gate of these particular castles. I'm not putting somebody like Midir on the gate to besiege, because he's just going to attack with 1 range, and that kind of defeats the purpose of my wanting to defeat him, per se. Let's see. Aaron can attack with the Brave Lance here. She's only doing 10. And it's not helped by the fact that he just Pavis. So if she were to hit him a couple more times, I think he might be within range. He might be within range to KO with the Brave Bow. So yeah, 13 times 3, that would be fine. Very nice, very nice. I'm just not, yeah, I wasn't wanting the Brave Bow to break there. The reason being is because I'm going to have Midir attack the boss. First, Sigurd is going to go and strike. Dakar. Ooh. I'm actually doing enough to just downright KO here. Oh! Well, I'll be. Very nice. So, that pretty much seals the deal here. I am going to put Rakusis one step down because I would like her to return someone. Not necessarily sure who should go back. Both of those could probably get through the final bit of the arena. Alec finished the arena, which is actually incredibly surprising, but I had to basically go through and kind of like RNG rig it in order for him to be able to get through the arena. The pairings right now, I think are... Yeah, I don't think they're getting through right yet. I could probably wait a few turns just to allow the pairings to, you know, mature, I guess you could say. Dance for these three. And of course, I'm going to move back to Claude. Sylvia has a bit of matchmaking to do. Alright, Midir. Brave Bow. He actually needs 2 hits. He has a decent chance to miss, and Dakar has a decent chance to proc Pavis because he's a level 26, so he has a 26% chance to proc his skill. Hopefully. Yeah, so he has to hit the next 2 hits. Not surprised Tornado missed, but yeah. The only thing I can do about this particular situation is re-roll RNG. Otherwise, I'm not even going to be able to finish him off with the Brave Bow. Alright, with a bit of a reset, I think I'm going to re-roll RNG with the Thief Sword. Ah, she can't even hit with it, though. It's kind of not great. Okay, I guess the Slim Lance. If she gets even a single hit off on him, I think that would be cool. He missed with Tornado. She does. So he only has to hit Dakar once now. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Go ahead and attack. And finish. Awesome. My dreams there. All in the dirt. Brave Bow broke. Perfectly fine. Midir got plenty of experience points, as well as now he has 25 KOs on the Brave Bow. So as you can see here, broken weapons become abysmal. 30 weight, 30 hit. Yeah. You can attack with this. You actually can. And if your unit is strong enough, you're still going to basically defeat everything with this weapon. But your unit has to basically be capped. And at that point, why not just use a different weapon? Some people like cheesing, though. I'm going to go ahead and call this episode, as I think I've done more than enough. Besides that, the amount of story that I'm about to receive is going to be a little bit much to be putting into one episode, alongside all of the gameplay that I just had. So I want to thank you for joining me. If you like my content, please upvote and follow, or like and subscribe, depending on your platform of choice. And while you're at it, have a great and glorious day gaming.